Welcome back, everybody, to Hayes Tech and ROM Reviews. I am Dave Hayes, and yes, this is going to be a separate intro pushed in. I wanted to explain it a little bit. I'm doing this ROM review old school. That means screen record. But I did put some background in there, so it didn't have some black bars on each side of it. And I kind of did a voiceover, so the audio was good. And, you know, that's not meaning I'm going to do all of them like this. I just kind of wanted to try something a little different. So without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and jump into this ROM review? So this is Havoc OS for the OnePlus 5T. What do you say we go ahead and take a look at it? And as always, remember to like, share, and subscribe. You hit that notification icon to get a notification of my videos as soon as they're released. That way you don't miss any of them. Welcome back, everybody, to Hayes Tech and ROM Reviews. I am Dave Hayes, and we're going to go over Havoc ROM for the OnePlus 5T. It's a very highly customized ROM, guys. I am using the supplied launcher, which is Lawn Chair Launcher, and it does have the Google cards when you swipe to the left. So that's a really cool feature. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to go ahead and go to Settings. And yes, I'm running a theme that's built in. I'm not running Substratum. I'm not running an extra theme. I haven't even tried Substratum. Alright, this is the OnePlus 5T. As you guys can see, device name OnePlus A5010. That is the 5T. It does come with two SIM slots, and I've tried my SIM on both slots. It works on both slots. I get 3G. That's the way it interacts with Verizon. So, and it does work. I get 3G. We're going to go ahead and click on that, and it brings up. This is Android version 9 or Pie. There's the security patch level, which is May. I haven't checked for an update yet. I've just been running it and enjoying it. Baseband version, there's your kernel. I am running with the supplied kernel. And of course, down there at the bottom is your build number. Now, if we tap on the Pi, you'll notice that we get the whole Pi thing. If we keep tapping, it takes us to that little drawing pad, which is pretty cool. And that is an app. It's an app, and you can actually, if you use App Extractor, you can extract this app and run it on a different ROM if you want. So let's go ahead and go back. I'm not running with my SIM in it right now because I just don't want to show any of my information on it, but the ROM works. It does work for Verizon. Again, 3G. So let's go ahead and go into the custom settings under Havoc settings. First up is status bar. If we go into status bar, you have double tap to sleep, brightness control, quick pull down, smart pull down, your clock and date, battery style, plenty to choose from there, percentage, and then battery bar. I love my battery bar. These are the settings you use, or that they give you for this. I love that you can color it. I think I missed something under clock. There we go. You can auto hide it if you want. Here's where your clock position, AM, PM, font size you can change, which is really cool. I like that. You have your font style, font color. You can change the font color. Notice mine is in an orange color. Then you have your date position, date style, and date format. So quite a few things under clock. This is another one of those over-the-top custom ROMs. I love it. I missed the quick pull down as well. You can turn that on or off. And then your smart pull down. That's about it. I didn't miss anything else. Let's see. Network traffic. If you want to show your network traffic, that's where you go for that. Wi-Fi data indicators. Carrier label. If you want to run a carrier label, you know, those are your settings for that. You have your carrier logo. Yes, these are the items in your status bar that you can pick and choose whether or not you want to show them. And notification count, Bluetooth, battery, status. You have your volt icon, old mobile type icons, 4G icons. Let's see, data disable icon. Then you have your breathing notifications and your breathing SMS, your breathing missed call, and of course your breathing voicemail all the way at the bottom. That pretty much takes care of your status bar. We're going to go ahead and go back. Next up is your quick settings. These are all of the settings you have for that. Quite a few. brightness slider, your brightness slider on bottom, auto brightness slider icon, whoops. Then you have your auto brightness icon on right if you want to have it over there, and then your brightness control buttons. Underneath that's your elements, and then you have your footers. You have your footer, VPN warning, settings icon, running services, so on and so on. Those are the settings you have under your quick setting. Alright, interface is up next. This is going to be where we get a lot of UI, a lot of the looks and things like that. First up is your UI style. I'm running Pixel. You can run AOSP if you want. You have your background color. I'm running Glassy. You could go to light. As a matter of fact, I should probably go to light to finish this out, and we will do that. So we're going to go ahead and go to light. It's going to go through a change now and a system UI restart. And let's see, background color, accent color, I'm running red. We're going to go ahead and run to default. So this should change to the default color, and there we are. Font manager, this is really cool, guys. You know how I am about fonts. I love it when they actually add the fonts in here. Whoops, I actually touched a font. I want to go back to the font manager, and I'm going to go to Google Sans Android, which is the stock, so you guys can see again how it looks like as flashed. Then you have your app icon shape, your quick setting system, your QS theme. You can use default colors if you want. If you turn that off, use wallpaper colors, use accent colors, so on and so forth. Your quick settings panel color. You can change all of this. It's really cool. The header I have set to black, and then you can custom QS header image. I have that turned on, and I'm running with wavy. These are what's there. Now I'm running wavy, so that's going to give this appearance, which I think is pretty cool. Next up, under interface is your settings. You have your switch appearance. I'm running OnePlus as my switches, the way, for the switches to look, but you can change that. Dashboard icons, and then your dashboard conditions, and of course dashboard suggestions. Next up is your ambient display. You have doze and music. Under ambient options, these are your options. Now guys, I don't run with ambient, so none of these are ticked on, but there they are. This is what they have. This is what you can change up. Battery level, you can turn that on or off. Under that is music ticker. You can turn that on or off as well. Next up is going to be screen. You can run with the smart pixels if you want. Screen stabilization. Corners, this is where the rounded corners come in. You can change the values of that if you want. Buttons are up next. First up is the power menu. These are all the choices they give us for the power menu. You scroll down, that's how you get all of your options. Advanced reboot, screenshot, airplane mode, a lot of things to choose from here. Then you have end call and screen off torch. I usually have long press power button chosen. That's just what I like to choose. And underneath that you have volume buttons. If you guys want to go in there and change stuff around, go for it. I don't usually mess with that. I just like to leave it the way it is. Navigation bar is up next. You can turn it off if you want. I don't recommend it, but hey, go for it if you want. Underneath that is your navigation mode. You have your default smart bar and fling. I'm running with smart bar. Guys, I'm not going to get into a lot of this. I'll switch to fling, and I'll let you guys see what the fling settings look like. But I'm not going to go through them. If you want to see what and how to use fling and smart bar and what the different settings are between the two, I highly recommend that you go watch one of my Nougat ROM reviews, because I go really, really in depth on this, and you can really learn a lot about the differences between fling and smart bar. Under smart bar settings, these are your settings. Again, I'm not going to go deep into this, but those are your settings for that. Guys, I want to apologize for any humming or hissing noise in the background. It got really hot in my studio, and I had to turn the air conditioning on, so I'm not going to be able to filter that out. But we left off on Smart Bar. Last but not least, in navigation bar is Pulse. You can run with it or without it. You click on Pulse. These are your Pulse settings here. Of course, lava lamp, I do like to run with that. And quite a few settings for the Pulse. So that takes care of navigation. Next up is gestures. System gestures first up. You're going to get the swipe fingerprint for notification. Then jump to camera, which that works. Believe me, I used it several times. It works great. Activate the torch and prevent ringing. Swipe for screenshot, I like to run with that. That works great. You pull down 3 fingers and you get a screenshot just like that. So that's awesome. Then under swipe gestures, these are ones that you can actually program to make gestures in any way you want. OnePlus gestures, you can turn them on or off. I have them off right now, but of course under them you have your swipe trigger height, swipe trigger timeout, haptic feedback, duration. Those are your settings for the actual swipe. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. Edge gestures, I don't run with edge gestures. Don't like them where you squeeze the edge. And then of course Pie control. If you want to run with Pie, these are the settings for Pie. Theme, automatic white or dark, battery indicator, and then your network indicator, and Pie gravity. Alright, next up is your lock screen. We're going to go ahead and click on that. You have your double tap to sleep, music, media cover art filter, then your music visualizer, clock widget, info widget, show weather, temperature, Celsius or Fahrenheit. Under unlocking, you have your pocket detection, allow FP in pocket mode, FP authentication vibration, then you have your force FP authentication, and then face unlock. Under elements, you have your quick settings, status bar, multi-user switch, then you have your status text, charging info, shortcuts, lock icon, and then under the shortcuts, they give you mid-screen shortcuts and bottom shortcuts. Recents are up next. Recent style, I'm running stock right now. You could run quick stack. Now when I say stock, I'm going to show you my recents panel. This is the kind of recents I'm used to. I like this. I don't like Pi recents. I don't like iOS style recents. I think they suck. I think this is a backward move for Android, and I'd love to wring their necks for doing it. Just my opinion, of course. But you can change that. You have the quick step. Now if I go to quick step, now it's doing a system UI restart. When I hit the recents, these are quick step, basic Pi. Okay, I'm going to show you all the different ones. Grid, you're going to get a grid pattern. Frankie used to put grid in a lot of the ROMs that he was doing. This is grid pattern. Again, I don't like it. And Android Go. Now I'm kind of used to this because a couple of the phones that I've been testing have Android Go on it. But again, I don't like it very much. It's kind of marshmallow-esque and and nougat, but it's just tiles stacked on top of each other. Okay. Still, I like this a lot better than the other ones. And then last but not least is your Slim, and that just puts everything onto the side. Those of you that are used to KitKat recents, again, basically same thing. A little smaller, but yeah. This, I would pick this over, Pi stock recents, just because at least this is Android-ish. It's not iOS style. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go back to stock. That's what I like. And then under settings, you have stock recents. Now you can click under this. These are the stock recents settings. I'm not going to go through each one of them and show you all the different settings you have, but bear in mind, if you pick a different one, you are going to get different custom settings for that. But under the stock recent settings, you have your clear all notification, clear all button, location. I like, well, I'm going to go with default. Let me see. Yeah. Memory bar, custom styles, icon pack. If you had custom icon packs, like I have here, you could pick whichever one you want. Right now I'm going to run the Darko on there. So if I go to recents, if it shows an icon as you guys can see, it's showing the icon pack that I picked. You have your apps blacklist, and then immersive mode, show clock, and show date. And that's pretty much it for recents. We're going to go to notifications next. We have charging LED, notification LED, and then you have your blink flashing on call. I love this. I click it for always. You get a phone call, your flash for your camera starts to blink. So even if your volume's down and your phone's sitting on a desk, you're going to see that blink. I love it. Heads up, I have it shut off. You guys can run with it on if you want. Then you have your ticker. Underneath that is system, force close notifications, immersive mode messages, and then under miscellaneous you have toast icon, force expanded notifications, kill app button, noisy notifications, and then under that in call vibration, you have vibrate on connect, vibrate on call waiting, vibrate on disconnect, and vibrate on notifications. That takes care of the notifications. Animations are up next. You guys know I do not do a lot of animations, if any at all. Power button, I kind of like that if the power button's there. I'm not seeing it yet. I think they have it though. Quick style animation, I usually go rotate and fast, and then linear. I'll keep it at linear, but I'll show you guys the different ones you can choose from. Power menu, I like rotate if they have it here, and then your toast animations are underneath all the way at the bottom if you want to mess with that. And that is it for animation. Systems are up next. Guys, this is going to be a long video because there is a pile of custom features in Havoc OS. Just like MMS Extended, this one here rivals MMS Extended. Signature spoofing, show CPU info, privacy guard, burn-in protection. If you guys want to run with that, that's it. It basically just changes the pixels around. And input method, this is going to be settings for your typing pad, for your keypad. Selector notification, auto key guard, full screen keyboard, and then show enter key. I actually kind of like to have the show enter key, so I'm going to put that on there. And battery savings. You have your sensor block per package, alarm blocker. Guys, if you don't know what you're doing, do not mess around with this. You can really, really screw your phone up. I would make a backup before you do. Advanced doze. If you guys want to go ahead and, put a lot of stuff under your doze settings, this allows you to do that. It allows you to change and alter the doze settings. Miscellaneous is up next. You have your media scanner behavior, scrolling cache, USB configuration, and then you have wake on charge, launch music application. Under screen capture, you can actually change up what you want your phone to do whenever you take a screenshot. And that is about it for miscellaneous. And last but not least is about. And I do want to go through this, guys, because the fine people over at Havoc OS put a lot of time and effort into this custom ROM. I really think that they deserve a shout out, so I'm going to go through this quickly. I'm going to scroll down through here. Some of the links they have their Telegram, guys. I would definitely join their Telegram group. They have their Discord. Then donate, guys. If you run this ROM as your daily driver, donate. What's $1? If everybody using their ROM donated $1, it'd pay their server costs for a year. Then you have your changelog website and GitHub. I'm going to go ahead and click on their website quickly and give them a quick plug for that. There you go. By the way, guys, Havoc ROM has some awesome wallpapers. We're going to get to that. That's it for custom settings. Quickly, I'm going to go into display. Under display, basically we have the same thing that you're going to find in pretty much every other ROM. Font size, font display, stuff like that, because your theming is in the custom settings. Under sound, basically the same thing. They do give you that link or unlink your ringtone and notifications. So that is pretty much the only thing I wanted to show under sound, because there's nothing really any different. Under developer options, we're going to go ahead and go into system and developer options. There's really nothing in here that is different as well. Everything is the same as any of the other Pi ROMs that I've showed you I think I went over developer options when I showed you stock Pi, so nothing's changed there. That's pretty much it for Havoc OS. I will go ahead and open the camera for you. This is the onboard camera. I'm going to go ahead and take a photo of my PC. We're going to take a short video actually we're going to do a selfie. There I am. Yes, I am being lazy and I'm sitting on the couch doing this. I'm doing it I'm doing this review old school this time. So we'll take a photo. Then what we're going to do is we're going to switch back to the front. We're going to go to video, and I'll let you guys see that the video is working as well. We'll take a real quick video. Testing audio test 1 2 3. We're going to stop that, and let's go ahead and play that quickly. There you guys go. See, video works great on this. That's pretty much it. The camera's working great, guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I want to thank all of my subscribers. You guys are great. Don't forget to hit that notification bell icon next to the subscribe button. And that's all I have. I'll see you guys on the next one.